Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Friday, January 21st, and this local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow you. A 14-month investigation dubbed Winter Wonder Cells comes to a close with 24 suspected drug dealers now behind bars. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley says these men and women face a combined 160 felony charges.
The drug dealers range in age from 23 to 69. In fact, the 69-year-old grandmother was charged with trafficking in oxycodone.
Staley says the drugs seized are worth more than $275,000 on the street.
Among the substances seized was fentanyl, heroin, oxycodone, cocaine, methamphetamine, and some cannabis.
4 suspected drug dealers are still being sought. Bunnell is once again without a police chief as Michael Walker, who is set to be sworn in on Monday, has decided that the job is not for him. Bunnell City Manager Dr. Alvin Jackson announced Walker as the new Bunnell police chief at a press conference on January 4th. No official reason has been given for the change of mind. Monday is also the last day for Bunnell's interim police chief, Brandon Sneed. Sneed has no interest in the job long term. Tom Foster was Bunnell police chief for 7 years before he abruptly resigned in December. The Flagler County School Board reacts to the murder of an FPC student. Amy Cherry reports.
A reward for information that leads to an arrest in the killing of a Flagler Palm Coast High School student has been doubled to $10,000. 16-year-old Noah Smith was gunned down on the 400 block of South Anderson Street in Bunnell on January 12th. Cheryl Massaro with the Flagler School Board called Smith's murder devastating.
It was a needless, senseless loss. And that comes down to juvenile crime. How do we stop it? And this is certainly an initiative I take very dearly to my heart because most juvenile crime happens between the hours of 3 and 6, not at night. This one was odd, the way that it happened. And this poor young man was in the wrong place at the wrong time. So how sad that is for all of us and his family.
School Board Vice Chair Colleen Conklin also offered condolences.
Just absolutely heart-wrenching when you lose a student, especially to a senseless crime. I know that the Sheriff's Department has asked multiple times if anyone has any information about the incident to please contact the Sheriff's Department, so we would encourage everyone to do that.
Carissa Jackson is a Matanzas High School student who's a student member of the school board.
I would also like to share condolences for the family of Noah Smith and the entire FBC community. Matanzas offers its full support and wishes nothing but strength and peace during this difficult time.
Kaylee Briggs is a fellow student of Smith's at FPC and also a student school board member who further expressed condolences.
It's definitely especially devastating as a student to see a classmate in that way.
Sheriff Rick Staley says his department won't rest until Noah's killer is brought to justice. If you know anything about this crime, you're urged to email tips@flaglersheriff.com. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Amy Cherry.
Flagler County law enforcement was able to recover a stolen truck and arrest a suspected thief. Karen Johnson has details.
Recently, the Flagler County Sheriff's Office received a call about a stolen vehicle from a Palm Coast business after employees arrived to work to find a locked file cabinet had been broken into and a company vehicle was missing. The suspect, 30-year-old Robert Lewis, didn't show up from work and had deposited multiple checks into his bank account from the business that were unauthorized or written by the business. A be on the lookout was issued, and Lewis was nabbed on Belterre Boulevard in Bunnell.
Good hit. All right, we go down right lane. Lift up your shirt collar and close in your waistline. Do it now.
Lewis is facing charges of grand theft of a motor vehicle and resisting an officer without violence. He's being held in the Flagler County Detention Center on a $3,000 bond. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
If you have a New Year's resolution, chances are you already gave up. Most people abandon their efforts by mid-January. If you've already given up on that New Year's resolution to lose weight, one doctor says reconsider. Rich Petchke has more.
Dr. Andrea Cleos hosts a show called The Doctor Is In. She says lots of people get discouraged about losing weight.
I had a fellow that we actually just went to go see him at his restaurant in DeLand, and he said, Cleos, I never thought I could do this. And when I hit the first 40 pounds down, at that point it became a mission. So, if the New Year's resolution starts you off on a significant change and you can see the positive benefits in your life, then that may transfer into a habit.
Dr. Cleo says taking off weight now not only benefits you right away, It also helps you live longer.
I think when you can do whatever you want to do at the age of 92 and 85 and you're still out there playing golf and enjoying your wife or your husband and traveling and laughing with your grandkids and running around. And I had a 76-year-old who was in a scooter who ended up playing 6 hours of baseball after 2 years of working with me and losing 80 pounds. That's living life.
Dr. Cleos' show is called The Doctor Is In, and it's co-hosted by her husband, Dr. Scott Cleos. It airs Sundays at 8:30 a.m. on WNZF. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Rich Petchke.
So how does the homestead exemption work?
County Tax Assessor Jay Gardner says if you buy a property that has a homestead on it, you're paying the seller's taxes. For the first time, you get the bill. But then,
the first year they pay, they're probably typically happy because they're paying with exemptions and cap and all that from the prior owner who could have been there for many, many years and had other exemptions. Then they get their bill and they all come to see me.
Gardner says he explains how the homesteading works, and he also has extra office hours coming up. He said his office is going to be open in February to help homeowners get homestead exemptions. The office will be open on Saturday, February 12th, from about 9 to about 1. Real Estate Matters is on WNZF on Saturday mornings at 11 and on the Flagler radio app anytime. From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
The weekend is here. That means it's time to have fun with the family. This is Stacy with Fun for Augie Kids to tell you what's going on around town.
Today, Pixels and Perlers will be at the Flagler County Library, play Switch games, and create some of your own 8-bit art. This event is open to those in grades 6 through 12. Tomorrow, come into Michael's store for a free bag of supplies to make a snowman page marker, perfect for saving your spot in your favorite book. Flagler Home and Lifestyle Show is this weekend. There will be tons of vendors, food, and entertainment for both kids and adults to enjoy. This event benefits local education resources in Flagler County, so it's more than just a show, it's a community event. Stop by Wild Birds Unlimited Nature Shop to see live birds of prey. There are plans to have a bald eagle, barn owl, red-shouldered hawk, and more. Stop by for a meet and greet with the animals, and don't forget your cameras. For more on these events and others, visit us on our website at fun4augiekids.com. Have a great weekend.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.